You know, not everyone is going to like you. Not everyone is going to accept you or appreciate you. In fact, there will be many who dislike you, who will judge you, criticize you, and that's just the way it is. You can't please everyone. Now, certainly, we should be considerate of others, we should be respectful, and we should be watchful of our own behavior. And if someone criticizes us, it may be worth reflecting upon it to see if perhaps there is something we may need to address in our behavior. But even if you're the kindest, gentlest, sweetest, most respectful person on the planet, there's simply going to be those who will find all kinds of reasons not to like you, and you just have to accept that. What I found to be a really powerful piece of advice is to simply allow others the freedom not to like you, to allow them the freedom to disagree with you, to judge you, to think less of you. After all, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even if that opinion is entirely baseless. But by allowing them to dislike you, what you're actually doing is recognizing that they don't need your permission. They're going to do it whether you permit them to or not. But what you're actually doing is letting go of the need to control what others think, because you can't control that. If someone doesn't approve of you the way you are, you can perhaps try to change some aspect of yourself in order to win their approval. But chances are they'll just find something else to criticize, because that's just what they do. They just like to criticize. So no matter what you do, they're likely going to find something to criticize. So forget about it. And even if you can win their approval, there's just going to be someone else who doesn't approve. And you'll never please everyone. So just allow others to have their opinions. You don't have to agree with them. You don't have to accept what they say. All you're doing is recognizing that they have the right to think whatever they want to think. All you're doing is respecting that freedom. And it's such a liberating thing when you begin to do this, when you give up needing to have other people's approval or needing to control what others think of you. You find your own freedom in that. And what you also find is that most people who don't like you are really struggling to like themselves. They may be deeply miserable and bitter, but as soon as you let go of the need for them to like you, you find a certain level of peace in that. And they can say whatever they want, and it only affects them. It doesn't have to affect you at all. You just go on with your life, doing what you do, and don't be bothered by it. What's important is whether or not you like you, whether or not you accept yourself, whether or not you appreciate yourself. And none of that should depend on what anyone else thinks. You have to see that for yourself. And when you do, you stop caring what other people think, and life is so much more pleasant that way. You become free to do so much more, to do what you feel passionate and inspired to do, to share your gifts, your creativity, your compassion. And anyone who doesn't appreciate that, that's their loss. You let them worry about that. If you find value in this content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe.